Welcome to What the Health Wednesday with Josh and Kim.
Awesome. What's up, guys?
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today?
Well, looks like we're going to be talking about things to keep you positive and foods that boost your mood or just things to keep you in a positive light. That type.
Comfort food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Let's talk about, we know what unhealthy comfort food is. Let's talk about healthy comfort food.
Well, let's just call that healthy food then.
What? But is there some healthy stuff that you really, really like that you actually look forward to eating?
Yes, actually. So my biggest one is salmon, just because there's so many good things about it. The particular one is like the omega-3s in it.
Yeah.
So omega-3s are really good for your brain. They can actually help you boost your mood and help you have like mental clarity and focus and that type of thing. But that is if it is cooked right. So if you're a fan of sushi, then you eat it raw, then you don't mind having like a medium salmon. But I personally, just personal preference, actually mind having my salmon overcooked. I was like, if I eat it raw, then I was like, don't worry about,
Yeah. You don't have to worry about anything then.
yeah. Yeah.
Which I will say this. Yesterday, I went to the store and I got one of the poke bowls because when
Yeah.
I visit my brother and sister-in-law in Dallas, they always take me to this great restaurant and it's the poke bowls, which I'd never had before. I went there with them and they're amazing. I totally love that. I would eat that every day. But they have them now at HEB.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and I got one yesterday. And you're a rice person. I am not. I can't eat rice, but you eat rice all the time, right?
Every day.
Every day. That kills me. I would die. Literally, I would die. So anyway, they have some that does not have the rice in there. So I don't know if that's an issue for everybody or just I'm the weirdo, but usually yeah.
Hmm.
But it had salmon and tuna, of course,
Right.
raw, which
Yeah,
is
usually it's tuna when they do
the
poke bowls.
Oh, okay. Well, they had both in this particular one, and mango and avocado and let's see, cabbage, carrots, cucumber, and radishes
Yeah.
and some sauce thing which you can put on there or not, and something else I don't remember. Lettuce maybe, I don't remember, but anyway, it was super duper yummy, and it was huge. It made like 2 meals for me. So yeah, I'm with you on the salmon thing. I love that. Like going to the coast and eating fresh seafood all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Yes.
honestly, the first time I ever had it was, in Hawaii. I had the poke bowls there, and I guess that's kind of where it all started, if you will. I don't know. I'm not
I
a
don't know,
history
maybe.
expert on that, but I know that they're good.
I loved it. I thought it was super yummy, especially with the mango. Yum.
Yeah, and I love how fresh it is. Yeah, definitely.
The first time I ever had sushi, we were on a scuba trip. And of course, I was like, no, I'm good. I don't care to try that at all. But we were on a scuba trip and we were on a liveaboard in, we did Truck Lagoon, that diving, and you dive off the boat. You live on the boat for a week or whatever. Anyway, they literally pulled all the fish and everything out of the ocean and made fresh sushi right there on the spot. And
Oh, nice.
yes, and I had that there. And so then I was all for it. I was like, that's the best thing I've ever eaten in my whole life. And come home and it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it definitely isn't.
So what is your favorite sushi place here in Odessa?
I'm not opposed to eating at any of them,
Yeah.
honestly. Like if you want the biggest bang for your buck, I like that Chinese buffet place on Andrews Highway. And like
Oh,
30.
I have not eaten there yet.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, but there are
Okay.
other people who have concerns or whatever. So,
And
and
they
then
don't like it.
Volcanoes is really good. Yeah, but in terms of like price, I eat a lot of sushi, like probably way more than any one person should. So
Oh, wait, is that the one that's in that shopping center?
it is. Yeah, you remember where Furs used to be?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Tracy and I have eaten there, and they
Okay.
do. They have fresh sushi, like rows and rows and rows of it.
Yeah.
So,
And I'd
yeah.
rather be there than like order a la carte where it gets really expensive. So,
Well, that's true.
yeah, yeah.
But Market Street and HEB, they really actually do pretty good on their sushi.
Yes, they do. Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
y'all go try the poke bowls at HEB. There's the moral of that story.
Yeah,
Well, what else
actually,
do
I'm
you?
gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm,
I mean, okay. So let's say, can we twist some unhealthy comfort food and kind of make it a little bit healthier? That's kind of my
hmm.
way to do. So, I'm a sweets. Are you a salty or a sweet?
Probably like a soul food person, instead. I mean, I do sweets every now and then, but it just really depends. So there is a place in Dallas, or a couple places, that's just my absolute favorite. When I think of like soul food, family style food, this is the place that I recommend, and it's Babe's Chicken, and
Oh,
that's like all over DFW. There's like 4 or 5 of them now. Well, anyways, that's my go-to. Like every time we're in Dallas, we have to go there, and it is so unhealthy, but it's so good. Yeah.
did you ever eat at Arthur Ray's?
Yes, I did, and I miss that place.
I know that's some seriously good soul food if you like that thing. So
Definitely
I'm a sweets. And did you know you're born with either sweet or salty predominant taste buds, and you're born with it and it's genetic and you can't change it.
crazy.
Yeah, but you can desensitize them. So it takes like 10 days to start desensitizing your taste buds and 14 days for them to start sloughing off. And then um, like 21 days or so for them to roll over, and you actually can regenerate new taste buds that are good, like normal, not super, super sweet or super, super salty. And so, but you're always going to have your predominant genetic one. And so, a way to kind of do that, if you find yourself kind of in your rut, like you're the chips and queso craze right now, or you're in the just eat pie all day phase, right?
Right.
So, kind of start by, if you're in the sweet one, eliminating artificial sweeteners or super duper um, super saturated sweeteners like stevia or agave or honey, that's a little bit, they're more sweet than actual just sugar, and start reducing those and just sweeten with fruit things. You'll start desensitizing your taste buds a little bit better. And then the same for the salty. If you can just reduce the processed foods and season, your cooking with kosher salt, you'll start reducing those and let your taste buds kind of rest and rejuvenate. And then you'll be less likely to go overboard on the unhealthy comfort food, at least a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
somewhat
So I think
helpful.
it's extremely important to know. I mean, I really can't stress this enough of, not taking in too much salt, if you're one of the salty people. And then obviously the whole thing with sugar as well, so
Yeah.
salt, high amounts of salt in your diet can lead to like, severe heart disease and
Yeah.
a lot of long-term conditions. So, making it a point to reduce your salt intake and increase your potassium intake is extremely important, since we're talking about, indulging, if you will.
Yeah. And if you can find other things to boost your mood besides just eating, even better. I mean, we need to eat, but exercise is going to, release endorphins and make you feel better and boost your mood that way, as is music and dancing. And, there's certain songs and gospel songs that just kind of boost my mood. And then there's songs that kind of make you melancholy and depressed, so pick your music. But what are some other things besides eating
Yeah, exactly.
that you do,
So,
Josh?
um, well, I actually like to listen to, like podcasts and audiobooks and things. And, lately I've been just trying to just get educated on different things. So I've actually been using Audible to learn other languages as well. I know there's Babbel, but it's kind of too interactive where I have to like sit on a computer and, do stuff, which is actually really good. So you actually see the words and stuff, but
Yeah.
learning,
So
in
what
an
are you learning
Audible.
on Audible? What is that one? Because I use
And
Duolingo.
yeah, so on Audible, basically they just kind of like say words and then you just repeat them, and then they'll ask questions and different things like that. So it's very, like just oral, as if you're out there learning the language with another person. So that's what I like.
Yeah.
But I think it's extremely important to still be able to read and write.
Well, I have to see it because
Yeah,
there's this disconnect in my ear because I
yeah.
have a deep twang, and if you're not from West Texas, I'm gonna have to concentrate to understand what we're talking about. But I use Duolingo because I do like to see
Yeah.
the word. If I can, that's, I tell Tracy that all the time. He'll say some, we'll have Spanish day where we try to only communicate in Spanish.
That's
I'm just
awesome.
saying. Yeah. If you get in a fight that day, it's super, yeah, don't do it. But yeah, but I'm like, he'll be saying something and I'm like, spell it. Cause I just, that is so hard for me to hear. So, but for those of you who don't have that problem, Audible, I didn't realize they did that on Audible. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
you have to like buy their like
Yeah.
series or whatever. So, it might be cheaper to do it on a site like that. Cause I
Yeah.
know Babbel was really good and I actually used that as well. It just took too much time. Like I always have to learn in the car, I
Yeah.
have to play something in the car. So I don't listen to music anymore. I just do that. And that actually helps my mood. I always have this like need to be productive and proactive. And that helps me, like if I feel like I've done something like that or progressed in a
Right.
day, then that makes me happy.
Yeah, I agree. There's times where my brain hurts and I don't think I can cram anything new in. And that's when I just veg out with either music or a comedy thing.
Yeah.
That
I'm
I like to laugh. So if there's some kind of a comedy, and my favorite's called Dry Bar
right.
comedy because it doesn't have cussing and they're not crude and gross and ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one's super funny if you like to laugh and
Yeah. And
do
I
that.
like it because they have like just short little snippets of, their
Yeah.
whatever. And if you really like them, you can like look up the whole artist and everything. So
Yeah, you're not committed to a full hour of somebody
yeah. Yeah.
like
Because
us.
sometimes,
You
not
don't
all the jokes
you
are
don't want
funny.
to commit to a full hour of Josh and Kim,
Right. Right.
right?
Exactly.
What else do you do? So, oh, speaking of reading, so you're doing Audible books. What are you reading or sort of Audible reading a
So
book?
it interchanges. As right now, I've just been more into like podcasts, and so there are a couple ones that help with like mindset
Yeah,
and like leadership skills and those types of things. And to some degree, they all kind of say more or less similar things. And I always just try to see what is the commonality between them,
right.
and just make sure that I'm doing everything that I can, as a leader as I move forward and whatever end up that I'm doing all those things, and positively affecting people. So, I mean, I don't really have a one because I'll get different things out of different artists and podcasters and stuff. So it just really depends, kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
So
what you're lacking and where you're wanting to grow and in your
yeah,
little life journey. I've been, yeah, I kind of go in little spurts and phases and dependent upon where I feel like I need to grow more, learn more, educate myself more, or whatever. So yeah, that's. I've
yeah.
been
So my
reading.
favorite,
I've got like 4 books going, which I
yeah,
hate doing that.
right, right. Well, see, and I can't do books like actual physical books. So I always have to do like listening and stuff. So
Oh, see, I love the feel of an actual book
yeah,
in my hand, but there's not a lot of time for me just to sit and read it. And so I'll kind of start and then I'll put it down and I'm like, I totally forgot what I read and then I'll start something else and yeah. So, but I've been reading I like mysteries, but I've been listening to some podcasts. I like Dr. Caroline Leaf. She is the neuroscientist that explains oh how your brain works and how you can change the actual physiology of your brain by how you think and
yeah,
change your thought patterns.
that is
And
very cool. Yeah,
if you haven't checked her out, she's a Christian. She's scripture based too, which I love. So and she explains science and that God created science. It is not God and science. It's
yeah.
the same. And how you can, literally regrow your brain by what you think and how scripture comes alive and you use that and what the Bible says about that. So if you are interested in self-discovery and the power of your thoughts and how your thoughts kind of direct your actions and that establishes your path, your life direction, give her a listen. I thoroughly enjoy learning that way because I'm a big science nerd. So
That's
for me,
awesome.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
My favorite one as of late is Entrepreneurs on Fire with John Lee Dumas.
Oh,
And yeah, and he is awesome. You know, he's always just super high energy, and he actually interviews like top entrepreneurs across the nation, across the world.
hmm.
And yeah, you know, you just like pitfalls and you know just things that you can do or that they would have done differently. You know, just like how they learned and all that type of stuff. So it's really cool
Well,
to.
and they'll share. Are they sharing their struggles and kind of where they get frustrated and they kind of hit that wall and they're like, you know what? Do I need to just do something different and quit this, or do I keep plugging along? I know that that is something that's plagued me over the last 30 years.
Right, right. Oh yeah, no, I get it. Trust me, I get it. So one other thing that I do, like, you know, is pretty non-negotiable is like self-care, you know, in terms of boosting my mood is so like getting massages, floating, that type of thing. And obviously I'm biased because, you know, but honestly the reason why I started the spa in the first place was, you know, to be able to promote health and a healthy living lifestyle
Yeah.
and that's something that I have to do, you know, given my conditions. Uh, so if
Yeah.
I don't do
Well,
it,
sure.
I can't live.
Well, you can't live well and to your potential. And I think that's huge. And I love that you said that. So, and I think our personalities tend to, and women in general, I don't even know if it's a personality thing, but I think your
Calling me a woman?
personality, I am, you're kind of girly. And so, or I'm kind of boy or something. We balance each other out. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, but, we tend to put our self-care on the back burner and we just say, okay, I'll deal with that when I need to, or have time. We never have time. And, so I know that massage for sure has helped Tracy and I both, especially Tracy, who's wrecked everything you can wreck and broken every bone at least once. And yeah, but I got my Rona roots fixed yesterday. That's my self-care.
Yeah.
Got to do it. You've got to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
was
if
the
that's what makes
entire
you feel better,
Rona.
boost your mood.
It does, and girls, you know it does.
Yeah.
So when you feel you can tell immediately how I feel that day is if I put on mascara and lip gloss and I'm not feeling that great and I need a little help. So I put on mascara and lip gloss because it makes you feel better and you get your nails done. You fix your Rona roots. It was time,
Yeah.
lady. It was beyond awful. So you do feel better. So massage helps, and eating, of course, eating healthy, and we all know that, and drinking more water and yada, yada, yada. But I do like to use some other practical things that are not just putting food in or not putting food in, or exercising or not exercising. We all know those help and work or need to be prioritized. But fun fact, this is the kind of stuff I like. I like to do stuff that you don't have to work hard for because I think I might be lazy.
I don't call it
I
lazy. I
thought
call it
it.
efficient. Oh, that's what I say. That's my
Oh, efficient.
yeah.
Yes, I reword myself. I'm not lazy. I'm efficient.
Exactly.
I'm a forward thinker.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay, so I do think that smells can have the potential to make you hungry or not, or happy or relaxed or energetic or whatever. So I'm going to talk about some smells that I know and I remember. You may know some too. So some good smells, Josh.
Oh, okay. Good smells only. Okay.
Yeah, quit being a boy. And yes, no,
Okay.
yes, no
Okay.
farts.
Okay. Okay.
I said it. Okay, this is what I deal with, people. Okay, so bananas are the smell of banana is supposed to suppress your appetite.
Hmm,
Yeah. So if you're having appetite issues,
great.
smell banana peels. So keep your banana peels. That helps decrease appetite. Peppermint. This is one I've done for years and years and years. I started off teaching aerobics of course, 100 years ago. And I got, this was before essential oils were popular, and I got peppermint oil. And everyone who came in, if they were tired or sluggish or having kind of I always taught like a 5:30 or evening class. Um, we would put peppermint oil right under our nose on our upper lip. And peppermint is supposed to open up, well, it opens up your sinuses, of course. So if you breathe, you oxygenate your brain, you get more energy. But if you also smell peppermint in particular, it releases endorphins or serotonin or one of those feel good hormones. I can't remember which one, insignificant, but it makes you feel better and it boosts your energy. And so kids who are fixing to take a test, or adults, I guess, if you're trying to learn something new, or you're trying to remember something to like testing, or you're trying to energize yourself, peppermint, suck on a peppermint candy before you go into an exam, and it helps you remember things better. And put a little peppermint oil or peppermint extract in your smoothies, and peppermint oil on your upper lip if you're going to work out and you're just not feeling it that day, you're just tired, you didn't sleep well or whatever. I know those two are true. Oh, and vanilla. Vanilla
Yeah.
makes everything smell good.
Right.
That's my favorite smell, vanilla.
I thought your favorite was a vanilla cookie.
Well, if you can add sugar and vanilla. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, okay. So, do you know any smells?
Yeah, that's actually the whole premise that aromatherapy is based
Yeah.
on. And aromatherapy massage. So yeah, I've definitely done some like studying behind, the effect that scents have on your brain and your mood and everything. And that's why, when you walk into the spa, it's so calming and soothing and everything, just the sense that we have moving through the air, which is usually like, mixtures of lavender or lemongrass. Those are all ones that kind of help like calm you and just help you feel relaxed, but and then the uplifting ones, just like what you were saying, like the
The more
peppermint,
minty.
yeah, the minty ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But we also have,
Oh, what about eucalyptus? Now this is old. My grandma and granny used to do, and I have some actually. I'm looking at it, so I'm looking up
yeah,
eucalyptus leaves that you
yeah,
could get like at the, I don't know, I guess Hobby Lobby or Michael's or somewhere. But they have, of course, oil now. It's supposed to cleanse the air. Is that true?
yeah. So it's actually cleansing. The eucalyptus is cleansing, and it's actually a really good like decongestant. So if you're having allergies or any of those types of things, it really helps open that up, helps clear the pathways and stuff. And that's actually one of the main ingredients, like, menthol and eucalyptus, they usually go
Yeah.
together in most, topical analgesics and Vicks. Vicks is just, a cure-all, a panacea for most
And
people.
it is, and I love it. I love Vicks. It does cure all sorts of things. And I use spearmint and eucalyptus and camphor
Yes.
in my Epsom salt baths,
Awesome. Yeah.
because camphor is
Yeah.
supposed to be
Eating.
a muscle healer and relaxer. Is that right? Tell
Mhm.
me more about that. I don't know all my oils very well.
No, no, no,
Those
that's
are
fine. So
yours.
yeah, I mean, it does. It helps increase circulation, and it's really good for your muscles. It's definitely also one of the top ones that are in those topical analgesics as well. Um, Camphor does tend to add heat, like a heat sensation, kind of warms your muscles if you're putting it on. Now, anytime
Ah,
you're using essential oils, it's important to make sure that you're not putting them directly on your skin if they're not diluted. So if you ever have like therapeutic grade, like what we saw at the spa, always make sure that you do dilute it into something, some kind of solution. You can actually mix it into water, or you can actually use vodka if you get the right measurements, and you can use it as an air freshener. So that's one way to do it also. But yeah, you always want to dilute your oils, especially if you're putting it on your skin.
cool. That's good to know.
Yes, and then one more thing. I know lavender is just out there, and everybody loves lavender. I do want to throw this out there that lavender and babies should not be used together. If it's the perfume, it's okay, but if it's baby safe. But lavender actually can cause, prepubescent puberty. So that's,
Really?
yeah, yeah. So, lavender is one of those things. So yeah, you want to use that with caution
Okay.
with your kids, with your babies and your kids.
I'm allergic to lavender.
Yeah.
I can eat it, but I can't put it on my skin. It gives me I don't know, allergic reaction. But I did not know that because there is lavender everything for babies.
Everywhere, yeah. And they know more or less to use like perfumes and stuff, so it'll smell like lavender
Gotcha.
rather than the actual lavender leaves and oils and those types of things. So
Good to know.
be
Good to
careful.
know. Ah, interesting.
Right, well, if you have any other ways that you use to boost your mood or to stay positive, please do share that with the group. Maybe you do some of the things that we do. Maybe you do some things that are different that we just didn't mention. We'd love to hear what you do to boost your mood. So, as always, we do have an episode releasing every Wednesday. So one just aired today. So please do check that out. If you want to see directly on the website, it is getfitwithkimtoday.com/podcast. And you should subscribe on whatever platform that you use to listen to us. So that way you can stay up to date with all of our episodes. But yeah, thank you for sticking with us this far.
Yeah, it was awesome. If you have questions and you want us to address them on the next episode, you can leave us a comment or you can contact us on that website and message us right there, and we'll do our best to answer them and get to them as quickly as we can. Until next time,
Stay strong.
and live well.
Bye.
Bye.